This short slideshow covers the third-year academic skill of looking for journal articles in a database. By the third year, the lecturers expect you should be using journal articles. They'll give you some of the most important ones, but we'll expect you to find the others on your own. This slideshow shows you how to use a resource. It's a resource that your fees have paid for, rather than having to use Google till your eyes bleed. EBSCO Business Source Complete is one of the largest online databases for management material. It covers marketing, business, tourism and hospitality, HR, accounting and finance, and some economics. This slideshow shows what we'll cover. Now, it describes a very basic search strategy. It'll give you enough results, but it won't give you a comprehensive or exhaustive list. If you do need a comprehensive list, so for example you're writing a review essay, go and see Amanda Southam, who's your subject librarian. This question is an essay-style question about a fictional company. The type of question is relevant because you have to choose the right keywords to support the learning objectives assessed by the coursework. And as this question is at third year level, it's about change processes, not just numbers. The general principle for a search is you start with a broad search and then narrow it down. We're interested in activity-based costing. Durrington is a manufacturing company. There are two different ideas there, and you put each different idea on a different line, then press search. Don't be too specific. If you search using clocks rather than manufacturing, you get nothing. We searched with manufacturing and found 363 results, all of which had both activity-based costing and manufacturing in the record. This is an example of what a record looks like. So we move clockwise from the top left. First is the type of article. This is useful, it allows you to assess how accurate an academic a source is, so by third year you should be using academic journals. Next one along is the title, author, date and abstract. You read these to decide if you want to save the article for later. Top right is a folder, and you'll need this for saving the record. Bottom right are subject terms. Now these are really useful. They're put in by the librarian who created and catalogued the record. They're much more accurate than the keywords that the author put in. Middle bottom is links to other articles, and this is a good way of finding articles that may be very relevant. Finally, bottom left is a PDF. Note how big this is. Typically they're much smaller, but they can be up to 25 megabytes, which can cause problems when you're saving it. So by now you've done the starter search. 363 articles is too many to look through, and you can add limits to reduce the number. Limits are on the left of the screen beneath the search box. You alter the date to make sure the articles you find are recent, the last 20 years or so typically for a management topic, and you can alter the type of material to make sure that they are academic journal articles you find. Once you've added limits, you can search again, or alter the search using subject terms. When I first do a search, what I do is to look at the subject term section or write down which terms are relevant. That's what this page shows. In this case there are 5. Now you must have activity-based costing, but I'm not too bothered which of the last 4 I have. As I don't mind, I can combine them together on one line using the word or. Small business is a 2-word idea. To make sure you don't confuse a computer, you put it into parentheses. The computer will look for small business as one long word. It just happens to have a space in the middle. The picture at the bottom shows what the search terms look like. We've changed where the computer will look to only look in the section subject terms. So every article we find, every record we find, must have one of these 4 search words somewhere as its subject term. We also still have the limits. So when we do this search, we get about 50 results. Right, to save the results, go through the list, and if you want the article, check on the folder icon at the end of the screen. When you've finished, you can do either another search or go straight to your folder. To get to the folder, scroll up to the top of the screen. At the top left of the page, you should find an open folder. Click on this and it will take you through to the article records that you've saved. You can email these to yourself. Right, you have the list of articles. Click on email and it will go through to a page that looks like this. 3 things to do here. First, you should send it to your university email. If you send it to your private one, it'll look like spam, so it'll probably get blocked. Second, you change the referencing style to Harvard. This isn't the Harvard style we use in the business school, so you have to rewrite it. Finally, you click send and it's done. This takes about half an hour to do. It works best from a university computer because it's much easier to get the full text articles. But that really is all you have to do a literature search. If you have any questions, either ask Amanda Southam or myself, we'll be happy to help. Thank you for your attention.